What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvidia, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to talk about why next week is going to be very important for Tesla as we have earnings coming out and when earnings is going to be. But before I break down all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed up to 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon. Anyways, looking at Tesla, we got a very nice looking structure right here. We have a potential triple bottom like formation with the bullish divergence, and Tesla managed to close above 212, which is showing some life. However, the question is, will Tesla be able to bounce, try to break into this imbalance up here, or is Tesla about to get a big rejection? I'll be breaking down more details about this very soon. First, let's talk about something very important. Next week is going to be huge for Tesla as we have earnings on Wednesday. It's also going to be very big for the market. So, for Monday, to start off, we actually have United Airlines, not to mention Logitech, announcing their earnings. For Tuesday, we have Verizon and Netflix and just a few others. And then Wednesday is going to be the most important day for earnings because we have AT&T in the morning, and then we have Tesla and IBM after the market closes. This is going to have a very big effect on Tesla's share price, whether or not Tesla continues to underperform compared to the market or if Tesla gets a massive bounce. We'll be watching this very closely. For Thursday, we have Intel and Visa announcing earnings. Then we have American Express for Friday. We'll be watching this all very carefully. Now, when it comes to the market right now, the market is still very greedy. But technically, this was updated and it's not showing extreme greed just yet. I'll be watching this on Thursday as well just to double check this. But I just want to mention that, not Thursday, sorry, for Sunday, I'll be watching this as well. For now, we'll be watching to see how this ends up changing and we'll be watching to see how this goes. Now, let's just break down some technical analysis very quickly and talk about what's very probable for Tesla. So for Tesla, we have a bullish divergence developing on the 4-hour time frame. We have a triple bullish divergence, which suggests that there could be a bounce attempt to come for Tesla. Now, why might Tesla attempts to bounce? Well, earnings is coming up. Sometimes approaching earnings, we see some buyers stepping in, trying to get back in at the very last minutes. And looking at the chart, there is actually an accumulation like structure that's developing. You could use Wyckoff to break this down. So depending on Tesla, it's going to depend on 212. If we lose 212, there's minor support at 210 and stronger support at 208. We have a big range between 208 and 212 on Tesla. If we lose 208, our next target is going to be 205, and then below that we have basically 200 coming. For resistance, we basically have, we're trying to hold 212 right now as support. We have 214 coming. It's very minor. The strong level to watch for is this 216 range since we have this imbalance. If we break above 216 on Tesla, or my next target is going to be 220. I think it might just shoot up to 220. There's some minor resistance right here in this 217.6 area, this like previous resistance, but I think Tesla will shoot past that and get very close to 220 to fill this gap if we break above 216. So Tesla to me, excuse me, sorry guys, I apologize about that. Tesla has a nice Wyckoff accumulation like structure, and this does look like it might attempt to bounce a bit. But this is going to depend on the news affecting the stock and what else comes out for it. That's very important. So I'll be watching that very carefully. We'll see if the news affects Tesla, a lot or not, and how Tesla ends up doing. Can we continue to break out here? Can we still push? My gut is telling me, thanks to the bullish divergence and the fact that earnings is next week, Tesla might see some buyers trying to step in and they may actually follow the trend of the market and try to push us a little bit higher to break out. But just to be safe, we'll have to wait and see how it performs and if Tesla holds 212. 212 is the most important level for support. We'll watch that very carefully. As far as SPY goes, SPY looks bullish. It looks very bullish. The 4-hour is very strong. It actually reached 483 in the after hours, which is insane. And on the daily time frame, we got a bullish crossover coming on the PPO with high volume buying that's coming out. So SPY is turning parabolic, looks very strong. If we manage to break 485 again on Monday, I think we're going to be pushing for 485. I think it's not done quite yet. It still looks bullish in my opinion. There's nothing really stopping this trend. For support, make sure you watch 482. If we lose that, there's basically going to be a move down towards 480. And if we lose that, I'm not 480 flat, sorry, 481. If we lose that, the support right here in this like 481.2 area, our next target is 480. And if we lose that, there's 478 coming next. In my opinion, however, looking at SPY, there's a strong uptrend here. There's a very, very good chance it's going to try to push higher. If 483 breaks, once again, we're going to be pushing for 485. The trend is favoring the bulls. What about for the QQQ? Same thing on the QQQ. It actually broke its all-time highs during the after hours. It's very strong. If we lose 420, our next target is 418. And if we lose that, we turn a little bit more bearish. If we're bullish, you want to break 422.5. If we break that, our next target will be between 424 and 425. In my opinion, it looks bullish. It looks like it wants to break out more. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing tries to get close to at least 422.5, eventually breaking that to push up to 424 to 425 next. 425 could be a good target for the QQQ. It still looks bullish in my opinion, especially when you look at the daily time frame. Still looks very strong, still trying to push up with high volume. It looks like it's going to try to push up even higher with this bullish crossover on the PPO. So watch that very carefully. Just for the short term, it could push up more. Do I think the market's going to push up forever? No. I think that this move is not going to last that long. It could just last another 1 to 2 weeks. But I still think there's upside potential, and this is going to likely perpetuate. For Apple, the daily looks strong. We got a bullish crossover in the PPO. We're pushing up very, very nicely. And on top of that, I just want to mention that we have this unfilled gap in the very low 192s. So if we break this, you're going to be looking for a push there. If that breaks, our next target is 194. Apple has a nice double bottom like formation. And then also, I just want to add that when you look at the chart, Apple has a very, very strong uptrend, basically. It looks very strong. It's uptrending very nicely with higher highs and higher lows. So we're going to be looking for a push towards 192.5. If that breaks, we have 193.5 coming. And if we get above that, 195 is going to be our next target, 195. I think if we just get above 192.5 and keep pushing, we're going to basically approach this resistance right here between 194.4 and 195. I think we're going to be pushing up to this high level if we get above 192.5 at least. So I think that that's going to be the most important level. It looks bullish. It looks like 195 is coming, and I wouldn't rule out the possibility of Apple pushing up higher. So we have this double bottom like formation, this nice W that's not complete. 194.4 to 195 can be a good target. It looks bullish overall. With Apple pushing more, this can help SPY in the QQQ even more. Not to mention Nvda stock. Nvda could help out too because Nvda looks bullish. Nvda got bullish news involving Meta buying up a lot of those chips. With that being said, if we break 595, our next target is basically 600, and then 602 above that still looks very, very strong. In my opinion, there's a very, very nice uptrend being established. Our next target is going to be 600. Very good chance it's going to approach that. For support, watch 590. If we lose that, there's 585 and then lower levels like that. However, I think we could break above 595 and push up for 600 to 602 very soon. It looks bullish. We got a very, very nice uptrend on Nvidia. Looks very strong. There's a very good chance it's going to try to continue pushing. So we'll be watching that very carefully. But with that being said, do not forget we have earnings on Wednesday for Tesla. It's going to have a big effect on the market, have a big effect on Tesla. So we'll be watching that very, very closely. With that being said, guys, I want to cut the video from here, make it very short since the weekend is coming up. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. So take care, and I'll see you guys very soon tomorrow for the next video of the day. Thank you. Have a great day. Tesla in the market to the moon because the long term is very bright. And peace out.